Hello, all. I hope everyone had a magical new year and happy holidays to everybody. So, this is the first video of 2020, and again, let me say Happy New Year. So, this is the Sacred Space Crate, and it always arrives super early. I remember the November box arrived on Halloween, so it almost feels like it's the month before. So this is the January box, but it's arriving exceptionally early, which I love. It's a nice January box that's like kind of out of sync with the other ones because I feel like so many of them arrive kind of like the 10th through the 15th, and then there's quite a few that arrive at more towards the end of the month, and some of those just happen to be international shipping for me, so they tend to arrive kind of late, which I understand. So I'm actually still waiting on one from the UK that is a December box. It hasn't arrived yet. But yeah, it's just funny, like this is the first of the January boxes and it's extraordinarily early, which is just one of the many things that I do love about this box. And I have said it previously, but I kind of have like a plethora of boxes for December for the holiday, and I plan to cut down dramatically, primarily because of budget, and also I just don't really need that much. I have so much incense right now, it's just ridiculous. Like, no one needs that much. And I'm just starting to collect like so much stuff. Like, I finally threw out, like, a lot of times I'll save like the box and stuff that I might not necessarily need, like just the packaging and I don't know, like little baggies that things come in, and like ribbons and things like that. And I was like, I gotta clear some stuff out. So I went through everything, just threw out everything like didn't actually need or want. And it was so much stuff. I was like, I gotta cut down. So what I'm planning on doing is kind of like gradually like building up again. And so October is my birthday month, and then December for the holiday, I want to sort of like build up again. And I think next year I had this idea, but I wasn't so great at it. I think I actually want to like wrap everything up. I just like love the idea of presents. Apparently I'm still like a huge kid. And so because like most stuff is such a surprise, like it's a great idea to like wrap it up and then actually open on, if you celebrate on the 24th, 25th. We just did everything 24th in the evening when I was growing up in my household, but I know it's more the regular tradition to do it on the 25th, Christmas Day. But yeah, like next year I'm planning to have like a huge tree, which will be a Yule tree for me, but probably no one will even notice the difference. And yeah, just having like presents galore. Yeah, that's my big plan. So anyways, getting back to it, this is one of the few boxes Sacred Space Crate that actually did keep, that made it through the cut. I think it's a huge value for the money. Like, I can already feel this is quite heavy. It's like, small company, as far as I know, it's just one individual woman. She might have some people helping her or something, but it's like, it's new, small business, so I want to be supportive, and it just has like a very positive vibe about it that I really like. And there's just like honestly so much stuff in here, and there's even usually like self-care, like hair, like body, skin type items as well, and that's so nice. It's like above and beyond. I honestly like almost don't expect that to continue, like not necessarily the self-care, but just like so much stuff, which I almost feel like it's more value than you would get from most boxes. So like I wouldn't even be upset if she kind of like cut down a little bit. Like, I'm hoping that she won't do that, but like I won't be upset if she did. Anyways, so the theme for this, I'm pretty sure, is as above, so below, which is a phrase that I've heard so many times, and I've tried looking up. I have like an idea of what it means in kind of a vague sense, because I've heard it in a lot of, used in a lot of different like disciplines, areas and stuff. Like I've heard it in literature, like as kind of a general phrase, as meaning kind of like something high and lofty, like the spirit. And then like the below is more like the physical, like earthly body elements, which I think is kind of like the general idea, but I think it may mean something slightly different, in the specific area. So I have seen so many different like affiliations with that phrase. When I looked it up online, I got so many different various like images and explanations and things like that. And part of it was like the image of like the pentacle, like representing different elements, and you have like the air, and you have the spirit, and the body, the like earth and the water and stuff like that, and all those things coming together. So it also has an association with that. So can't wait to see and kind of learn more about that. One thing that I do find like kind of interesting, challenging, and frustrating all at the same time is I've run into this. I've kind of been like on similar paths for a very long time and kind of like gotten on and off of it again. Is I used to study like Asian philosophy associated with martial arts, and also like Hindu and Tibetan philosophy, which kind of came from my interest in yoga, but then like branched out a lot. Is sometimes it's so hard to kind of like pinpoint and like really define a lot of these things. And it's like on one level you're kind of like, yeah, of course it's hard to define these things because it's all kind of like intellectual, spiritual matter, which it's like, hard to give it like a scientific definition or a definition at all. And on the other hand, it's sort of like you'll have discussion with somebody, and it drives me crazy because I'm always very critical of myself and always very hesitant to just make a claim without having real evidence to back it up. And sometimes I'll just hear someone say, well, this kind of like intellectual, like spiritual, like lofty thing, like it obviously means this thing. And I feel like if they just kind of say it with a certain element of confidence, everybody's kind of like, oh yeah, clearly, like, that's the right answer. And I mean, all of this stuff is just so hard to like put just a clear definition, encapsulate. I'm going off on a tangent, but I just made that clear. So like something might not always be the same. Like again, with this as above, so below, it might mean totally different things to different people. And I always feel weird bringing this up because I don't consider it to be like that great of a like artistic endeavor, but the Da Vinci Code, it actually hits on a lot of things that I am interested in, and they do bring up a lot of interesting stuff. So something like I was just watching Inglourious Basterds the other night. I don't even like to say it, but the Nazi symbol. That's actually, it's found in Tibetan Buddhism as well. And that use of the symbol is actually older. So things like that, like things can carry like so many different and conflicting meanings. And I'm actually not even like sure of the symbolism of that sign in Buddhism, but it clearly is not the one that you saw in World War II. So, yeah, I mean, these things are just so complicated. And I mean, I think that's why I'm kind of attracted to them, because you never really do have a clear, definite answer. I've heard an expression before that the only thing a wise person knows for sure is that they don't know everything. I think that's totally true. And if you do think you know everything, then, you have to reflect on your definition and perception of that wisdom. it's only been 10 minutes now. Maybe we should go ahead and open this. I think what I was trying to get around to is I'm very interested to see like how this sort of elusive phrase is being like translated and represented specifically here. And I love this box. It just everything about it is really, really cool. So this is the image up top. Oh, one thing that they don't quite have now, but I don't have a problem with it, is this is the only packaging. Like sometimes you get the box within the box. It's okay. I'm totally cool with it. I'm kind of glad that she chooses to spend the money on the items rather than the packaging. But maybe like at some later point, you know, when she's doing like more business and everything, like maybe we'll get like fancy packaging. But it's cool. I love it either way. I feel like this is new. I feel like sometimes these are inside. Maybe I'm just imagining that. But I like that this was all on the very top. Kind of similar to the Witch's Moon, which I think I was making the point earlier that I'm cutting down, and I was kind of surprised that the Witch's Moon like didn't get into my final what I'm doing for this month. I'm just doing this one and Midnight Muses because they just impressed me the most for right now. So I think I was trying to make the point. I'm trying to cut down dramatically right now, kind of like a New Year's Eve purge, and then like I'll maybe build back up steadily. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. We'll see if that happens exactly. Okay, so as above, so below. Okay, we won't read that yet because it has all the information, but maybe I'll just read like how they exactly define that term or that expression. This phrase comes from the beginning of the Emerald Tablet. I haven't heard of that before. And embraces the entire system of traditional and modern magic, which was inscribed upon the tablet in cryptic wording by Hermes. That would be the French way to pronounce that. Trismegistus? That sounds more Latin classical. And so it might be Hermes? My pronunciation can be a bit god-awful at times. The significance of this phrase is that it is believed to hold the key to all mysteries. All systems of magic are claimed to function by this formula. That which is above is the same as that which is below. Macrocosms is the same as microcosms. Okay. The universe is the same as God. God is the same as man. Man is the same as the cell. The cell is the same as the atom. The atom is the same as, and so on ad infinitum. Okay, cool. So what this actually makes me think of, I'm kind of glad I introduced this video, all of that kind of previous knowledge that I had of this phrase, actually. I took in college, maybe, it wasn't an introductory course on philosophy, it was maybe like 200 level, but it was still kind of like introductory level, and it was all about like medieval philosophy. That wasn't the topic of the course, but it was kind of like what philosophy was in the beginning, and it was basically just nonstop proof of the existence of God. Like that's what you would have studied, and almost all higher level learning, like before modern time, you would have been in some sort of monastery or like a nunnery, but more a monastery for men. But it was their proof of God, and that's what that makes me think of. And I remember there was a philosophical, I want to say like treatise, like, idea, general, like understanding, that they were trying to prove the existence of God. Like if there wasn't like this mastermind behind every aspect of life, like how can we prove God's existence, or how could things function without this presence? So I remember one that really stuck with me. It reminds me of this. It was called the Grand Watchmaker theory, and basically that everything in the known universe, it functions too systematically to not have a grand design behind it. So that was the medieval, and I can't remember the philosopher. I think it was just kind of like a well-known treatise that the planets, the yearly cycles, the everything like that, it could not function in such a precise, systematic manner without some grand mastermind behind it all, and that was that was their proof for the existence of God. I just thought I'd share that with you. Okay, so this is more information of what's in there. And yes, I am a former academic and grad student, so yes, if anybody would like to hear my little lectures on various topics, feel free to leave a comment, and maybe I'll look into doing that more. Okay, let me get moving because we're already 16 minutes. Okay, so this is more for the month of January, and this is really pretty. They've done this before. The calendar is laminated. It's just a nice thing to have, but I feel like this one has a lot more color than the previous two that I have. I think this box started in August, if I'm not mistaken, but I've only gotten it since November. So this is January, and I feel like this is the most colorful one that we've gotten so far. And it has all the astrological signs on the back. So I'm a Scorpio, but I realize not everyone else is, so I will just read that for myself. Okay. Let's see. Oh, and today is the first quarter moon. I have to say, I used to live in Miami, and now I live in Nevada, and I'm at a higher elevation, and my view of the lunar phases is so much better. I've never seen the moon as clearly as I can now, so that's one of the definitely the positive things to my new environment. I'd lived in Miami, Orlando, New York, and I was never really able to see the moon or the solar system with that much clarity. I know there's a lot of light pollution in New York. That's probably the main reason. And in Florida, I feel like it's so humid there. It's always kind of hazy, and I just never got a really clear view of the moon or stars or anything like that. You just kind of see the Big and the Little Dipper, and that was about it. But here, especially the moon is just spectacular. I mean, when there's a full moon, and right now you've got the first quarter moon, you just see it dead on. I've seen full moons here before where I was in a car and it looked like you were going to drive into the moon. It looked so huge. So that's kind of a new thing for me. All right, so it's only 18 minutes and we're just finally now getting the box open. That's okay. All right, so we got some very dark, the paper is navy blue, and I think the little wormies are either black or really deep navy, but I think they're black. And just a little FYI, next month is going to be Aphrodite, which I think is very appropriate for February. And I love the thought of having a theme of a particular god or goddess. That's kind of nice. I don't think I've ever gotten one that was themed that way before. I know the Witches box, they just had one based on a goddess, but I've never gotten one a theme that way before, so that'll be a first for me. Okay, this looks almost exactly like something we've gotten in the Witch's Moon very recently. Or I did, I shouldn't say we. Certificate of Authenticity. This certificate certifies the authenticity of this Campo del Celio. I'm pretty sure it's Spanish for something of the sky. Celio, because cel, which is spelled very closely, is sky in French. Meteorite. It has been purchased from Argentina by Dancing Bear from a member of the International Meteor. Okay, so this is almost exactly like something we got in the November Witch's Moon. We got a little piece of meteorite, but this is from a different place. But it came packaged almost exactly the same. Oh, this one's like a little bit larger, but it's like a little smudge or something, which is a little unfortunate. I guess this is the way things like this are normally packaged. I wouldn't really know. It's a little bit of like a smudge right here, but that's alright. But yeah, it's a larger piece than the one that I received previously. So that's from a meteorite. Okay, I have a huge box just staring at me, but maybe we'll leave that for later. It's very, very heavy. If it was a different type of box, I would have almost assumed this would be a mug, but I don't think that's what it is. The shape is a little off and it's super heavy. It looks like we might not be getting quite as many items as we usually do, but I'm fine with that. Ooh, this is like something ceramic. Ooh, this is pretty. I'm guessing this is like a candle holder. These are like feathers, the design. That's pretty. I could always use more candle holders. I have so many candles, but not enough holders for them. I'm guessing that's what this is. Very pretty, I like it. Ooh, we do have quite a bit of stuff in here. It's, I don't, the Yule box that we got for December, it had so much stuff in it. I'm guessing this is like the crystal or the stone, and it's a bracelet. Ooh, how pretty. I'll put that on. Oh, it feels nice. It's nice and chilly. It feels really nice against my skin. Someday soon, I'm going to be able to identify crystals and stones. I'll be very proud of myself, but I'm just not quite there yet. Forgive me. It looks familiar, but I'm just not sure what it is. Ooh, drawing down the moon. That's pretty. I like that. I always really appreciate like the candles in a tin, and ooh, I was hoping I have this stuff like the incense and the herbs and everything. Incense, what am I talking about? Like the herbs and like there's some stones in here and things. Oh, it's very, very pretty. And has like a general kind of floral scent. I'm not sure if that's rose. It's very sweet but very pleasant. It's not overpowering. Organic, handmade organic salve. Cayenne pepper. Oh, that's interesting. So it's like a, just a salve. It doesn't say like if it's for your hands or what. Cayenne pepper though is interesting. You should probably be kind of careful with that. I'm guessing like it's for your hands. But if you have any like open, you know, just like hangout or something like that, it might sting a little bit because of like the spice. I think of cayenne more of like when you're detoxing. A lot of times they say that it actually helps to put spices with like whatever you're drinking because it actually intensifies your body's ability to detoxify. Oh, this is the herb. They always use these really pretty little herb jars. Full Moon Offering Blend. Oh, I like that. So this is like a flower blend there. And it looks like they got some like pretty labels because I think before we just had what the herb was. Like just the basic writing. Very pretty. I wonder if you're supposed to do something in particular with that. So I feel like that kind of matches this. So I feel like there's a lot of like celestial, like moon kind of associations. Some sort of oil in here. Oh no, I think this is like the body care type stuff. Anti-aging. Hyaluronic, I think is how you pronounce that, acid facial serum. Ooh. Oh, that's nice. And that kind of stuff is very, very expensive. So, I mean, if you go to Sephora and buy this type of stuff, it'll be like the price of the box. So if it's decent at all, it's like sealed up right now. I kind of want to smell it. Put the bubble wrap aside there. The only thing I'll say, and it's definitely not just this box, I would love to get rid of like the all the plastic kind of packaging. One thing, I was actually really, really happy with the last Witchcast box I got from the UK. I usually wouldn't put that on like my high list, but they actually use compostable, yeah, sorry, compostable plastic bags, and I really appreciate that. I think that's wonderful. I wonder if maybe because this was out in the cold, it's like kind of like cloudy. It doesn't have much of a smell to it, and for some reason I'm getting like little herby things like all over my computer. Not sure where they came from. But this is nice. Anti-aging facial serum. I can definitely use that. We'll try it out, see how it goes. I don't think like putting some on my... I guess I'd put a little bit on my hand. It doesn't have that much of a scent to it. Let's kind of see like how it feels. It's a serum, so you know, it's just kind of liquidy. It feels nice. It feels moisturizing. Okay, so we'll definitely have to try that out. And let's see, I think we have 2 items left in here. Oh, and then we have that huge box. Oh no, there's always like more stuff than I think there is in here. There are like 2 more little baddies in here. This, I'm kind of thinking might be jewelry. It's very, very pretty. I love the little sticker there. And that sticker, I think, is very symbolic of the theme for the box. And it says on there, probably can't read it very well, it says as above, so below. I'm going to leave this and this huge one for last. Let's open some of these guys up. Oh, this is the incense. These are little incense cones. I can't tell what it is, but it has like a mild scent. I do have to say the incense we got in the December box, they were green. I think they were supposed to be like pine or something. They like kind of made me feel a little allergic. Had a little bit of a reaction to them, like made me kind of sneeze. Which, I mean, isn't the worst thing in the world, but, yeah, it was one of the few, like, slightly negative things I've, like, ever had to say about this box is, yeah, the incense kind of bothered me a little bit. Okay, this is super, super pretty, and I wish I knew what kind of stone it is, but I just don't. And this is nice because we already got the bracelet, but we're also getting it. I probably wouldn't call that like a raw stone, but you know what I mean, like a piece of stone rather than jewelry. Okay, let's open this up. So I said we weren't getting as many items, but I think we've gotten quite a few. So far, before I open up these really pretty boxes, I think the beautiful candle is probably like my favorite so far. This is really cool too, I like that. Let's see. I almost don't want to break the little pretty sticker. Maybe I can just kind of peel it. I'm guessing this is gonna be jewelry. Oh, it's got this really pretty moss like packaging again. We got that last time. Okay, I see like moss in here. Oh, it must have like fallen to the bottom. Oh, I'm so excited to see what this is gonna be. Oh, it looks really pretty. Yeah, it's totally jewelry. It's like totally fallen to the bottom though, and I'm like getting like the little moss stuff everywhere. That kind of sucks. Yeah, it's alright, I'll deal with it. Oh my god, it's the necklace, it's like in a bag, but like the mossy stuff has like gotten in there. Okay. It's alright, we'll survive. The necklace is so pretty though. This box is like phenomenal. All this stuff we're getting, it's like unreal. Okay, this is super, super pretty. Okay, I think that's the face of the moon. Pretty sure. It's just such a lovely necklace. I love the silver. Yeah, it's like a full moon with a face on it, and then like the I guess it'd be like the quarter moon. Yeah, I really like that. It's got a nice long chain on it too. This is from, I love this. It's a little like not an acorn, a little pine cone. I'm like acorn. A pine cone pendant necklace. This is from Midnight Muses, and I've just been wearing this nonstop. I absolutely love it, but I think I might have to switch it out for this now. That is so pretty. It's gonna have really pretty back to it as well. Let's see if I can. Yeah, it's got like a really pretty little circular design there. Ooh, I love it. And I have neutral skin tones, so I can wear both silver and gold. I think someone at Sephora told me like I have just like slightly more of a golden skin tone, or what what's the term for it? But like gold would look just a little bit better on me. I don't know, for whatever reason I kind of prefer silver though. So I love this. So this totally took the place of the candle as my favorite item. Yeah, I love that. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, the only thing left to open is this humongous box, and I already feel like I've gotten the value. I mean, I guess you do pay like a fair amount of money for this box, but I don't know, it's just so much stuff. I don't know, I'm happy, that's all that matters. Okay, this is a really nice box, like, just to begin with. It almost looks like a little book. I can't wait to see what's in here. I have, like, no idea what's in here. Any guesses? I should have done this video live and, like... Okay, it's got, like, little legs on it. I'll let you guys see it, like, as I'm pulling it out. Oh my god, and look at how pretty, like, the blue lining is. Oh, this is gonna be so cool. So it's gonna have like a stand. I still have no idea what's gonna be. I'm thinking like some sort of like bowl or something. I mean, obviously it's like too delicate and too small to be like a cauldron type thing. gonna be careful with this because it seems like it's kind of fragile. Oh, I wonder if this is gonna be a crystal ball. I have a feeling that might be. Oh my god, I've never gotten one of those before. I think that's what it is, because this feels like very, very circular, sphere-like. I'm pretty. Yeah, I think this is. Oh my. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm so excited. I'm like, please don't drop it. Oh, I have the perfect place for this too. I have this like coffee table that was totally my Yule altar, and I just packed all of my Yule stuff away. Oh my god, I have the perfect place for this. This is gonna be like center place. God, that's so heavy. And I just watched all the Lord of the Rings movies. Oh my god, I just have to be super careful with the. Oh my god, do you see my reflection upside down? That is so cool. I have to be really careful with this because it feels like it might like fall off any second. This is amazing. Okay. I think I was just saying. I was just watching the Lord of the Rings trilogy all the way through for New Year's. For some reason, I don't know how that tradition kind of started, but I used to do that when I was younger. And even though Sauron, I think, no, Saruman, he's like the bad wizard. Even though he's like definitely not a good character in the series, there's this one point where he's like looking at his crystal ball and you can see like the eye, who is Sauron, yeah, who he's like the ultimate bad guy, and it's just like an eyeball, and he like sees it through the crystal ball, and I'm like, yeah, he's a bad character, but that's really freaking awesome. So now I have one too. Oh my goodness, like, isn't that amazing? And how appropriate is that to like the theme of the box, to like see my image like flipped upside down? I feel like that's like the quintessential like as above so below image, right? I feel like I'm so excited and everything that I might like accidentally drop it. It's the only thing that makes me really nervous right now. And one really cool detail, I'm not sure if you can really see it, right in the center, there's like this little cloudy area. It almost looks like when you crack an egg open and there's like this little like kind of fatty like membrane kind of piece in it. But it also looks very similar to like kind of like a little circular formation when you're looking at the galaxy. Like, I don't know if it's like star, like a cluster of something. And that's what it looks like. I don't think you can see it as well as I can, but right in the center, there's like this little cloudy part in it. It has a very like space-like kind of design to it. I was happy before I got this. And now I'm over the moon. Which is appropriate to the theme of the box as well. Okay, I just like I'm afraid of like dropping this. I think I'm gonna like very carefully put it down for a second. And oh my goodness, like the box that comes in is so pretty. Well, that's definitely my favorite item. And I think the necklace comes next, and I feel like maybe we've paid the price for the box for just that. And if the face serum turns out to be like decent at all, that's like a huge bonus as well. Okay, let's take a look at some of these items. Let's see. Okay. All right, so I read you the first part, kind of like the meaning. I don't want to read anymore because I don't want to like give too much away. Sorry the video is so long. I hope you're enjoying it. Okay, I'm going to read the second part now, the second paragraph here. Although the statement is controversial and has a slightly different meaning to some, I brought that up in the beginning. It is very important to understand how it affects you in your spiritual practice. It means that everything's connected. We are all connected to the heavens and the earth because we are all of one energy, or as most of us believe, we are all an individual energy that is all connected. That reminds me very much of how they describe the Force in Star Wars. If this wasn't true, then how would objects from space land on Earth? How would reincarnation or an afterlife even be possible? Regardless of how you believe that we are connected, the importance of the statement is that we are all connected, which is how we can channel other energies and magic. When we are casting a spell or skillful work ascends from earth to heaven and descends to earth again and receives the power of the superiors and of the inferiors. Okay. As a practicing earth witch, I tend to spend the majority of my time connecting with the energies of the earth. At times I need to be reminded that in order to practice successfully, I need to stay connected to the universe as well. This box was curated with a lot of careful thought and planning in order to offer items that will connect you with the universal energies. Okay, I'd like to stop for a second and just, the woman who makes this box, her name is Melissa. I don't know her on personal level, but I have sent her emails and messages and things like that. Just want to say kudos, bravo, the thought behind this and the items just spectacular. And considering how long this box has been going, that it's such a small privately owned business and she's just starting out and stuff, this is unreal. And I kind of have to say, I think the Witch's Moon was kind of the creme de la creme of this particular area. And I feel like she's given them some real competition, if not honestly kind of surpassed them, at least with this particular box. I will give just a little bit of a side note. I feel like maybe just this one particular item, it so closely resembles something that we did receive from them. I don't know, maybe I almost sense a little bit of a copycat kind of sense, but I don't know. I mean, everybody does that to a certain extent, so I don't know. Just a personal observation, not a negative reflection of the box. Okay, first item we have listed: Universe etched crystal ball with stand. Okay, so I was just saying that little cloudy detail in the center, I don't know if that's an imperfection or if that's intended. I said it reminds me of something you would see in the solar system, and perhaps it's part of an intended feature. It says universe etched. This beautiful clear crystal ball was custom made with the universe etched into it so that when you're using it, you are connecting mentally with messages from the universe. So it seems like maybe that was intended. Crystal balls are used for scrying and gazing because they are uniform all around and form a spherical lens. Okay, so this is actually something that I have not personally tried before, and I feel kind of so special that this is my first interaction with it. I wasn't able to get the October Witch's Moon, and I remember they got this obsidian crystal, and it had its triangular holder, and it was meant for scrying, and I was just whoa, that looks amazing. Honestly a little beyond me at the time. But now I just got it the same thing in different form, and I honestly kind of prefer the way that this one, I just prefer it for the way it looks and everything like that. Because of its shape, any clear ball such as quartz, crystal, or glass will have a curvature that bends the rays of light to form a focal point. Since crystal balls have no edge like traditional lenses do, the focal point is omnidirectional. This makes it ideal for gazing. No matter which way the crystal ball is positioned, it is perfect for looking deep within. Okay. I think. I won't, it kind of tells you how to use it. Yeah, there's a lot written here. Unfortunately, my lighting is just a little too poor for you to have any attempt to try to read that, but I'll just, it has a lot of information there, so I won't spend any more time reading that, especially since we're already at 45 minutes. Meteorite and floating frame. This meteorite represents emotional balance and support. Okay. Let's see. I just want to read the bottom here. I want to see like where that comes from specifically. I think the one we got, Witch's Moon, came from like Eastern Europe. I don't remember exactly where. Let's see. This meteorite was found in Argentina, which is about 500 miles northwest of Buenos Aires. It hits the Earth around 4,000 to 6,000 years ago and was thought to weigh 50 tons. Okay. Alright, so that's cool. Drawing down the moon candle. This candle was spell crafted on the December full moon with the intention of drawing down the energy and life of the moon to its user. It was infused with jasmine, frankincense, and sandalwood. No wonder it smells so good. Essential oils for embodying the feminine energy of the moon. Cool. And I see rosebuds as well, and lavender. Ooh, that's why it smells so good. I almost don't want to burn it. I love jasmine and lavender. Full moon offering blend. This blend can be used as an offering to the moon for any moon ritual. Is a blend of jasmine flowers, rosebuds, and lavender. Oh my god, all my favorite scents, types of flowers. Lovely. Full moon cone incense. Oh, here we go. I'll have to try this out. Feather cone incense burner candle holder. Okay. Is this for burning incense? This beautiful ceramic incense cone holder are perfect for burning your full moon incense cones on as the bird feathers around and okay. It says in native cultures. Oh yeah, the woman who makes the box, she's of Native American descent. It's another really cool aspect. In native cultures, birds are highly revered because of their closeness to Grandfather Creator in the heavens. The feather possesses the spirit qualities of the bird, to be the breath of life as well as connecting us to the heavens above and Mother Earth below. Moonstone bracelet. Ooh. Oh, this is moonstone. I was going to say it was like clear quartz or something, but moonstone. As the name suggests, moonstone is strongly connected to the moon and to intuition as well. Okay, it seems like most of the stuff is like the general theme of the items seems to be like connected to the moon, the heavens. Sun and moon talisman pendant necklace. Okay, so they're saying this is the sun and the moon. Oh, okay. I thought it was like the different phases of the moon. So I guess this is the sun, and then that's the moon. I think like the sun is typically represented as being masculine, and the moon is feminine as well. I love that. It's got kind of like a 1920s kind of feel to it as well, like just the images of the faces. Let's see. Small sodalite stone. It's very pretty. I like it. I love the marbling. Okay. Oh, the cayenne salve. Cayenne salve has long been a staple in every witch's apothecary or cabinet since the beginning of natural healing. I once heard a joke that you know your mom is a witch if she believes cayenne heals everything. Haven't heard that before. This is so true. Cayenne is famous for reducing many types of pain. It works by affecting your nervous system. Substance P is a neurotransmitter that relays information results in what we call pain. Astounding as an herbal pain reliever, it will stop bleeding from a cut or wound. Didn't know that. Stop itching from an insect bite. Soothes sore joints or muscles. Used to treat diabetic. I can't even say it. Menstrual cramps or minor burns. So that would be helpful. If you master only one herb in your life, master cayenne pepper. It is more powerful than anything else. Dr. Richard Schultz. Okay, that's interesting. I did not know all of that. Okay. Anti-aging hyaluronic facial serum. Videos now or now. If you want plumper, softer, smoother skin, who doesn't? With less fine lines and chronic dry patches, there's only one skincare ingredient. Yeah, I know that's used in everything. Okay, the ingredients are rose water, hyaluronic acid, glycerin, and I added something else. All natural micro. Sorry. Okay, if it says use within 3 months. If it works halfway well, like I said, that stuff, like facial stuff like that from Sephora and major brands is so expensive. So yeah, if it works halfway decently, it's like worth the price of the box. Oh, just one last thing. Moon in the zodiac calendar. All right, cool. And the end just says, I hope everyone had a blessed and joyful holiday season. Let's welcome in 2020 with hope and new aspirations. I hope you enjoy your as above, so below box. If you have any questions, she provides her email. February box theme is Aphrodite. Love that. Many blessings to you, Melissa. Awesome. Great job. Just thought I'd give like one little side note. I do appreciate that they're referring to the goddess of love as Aphrodite, which is the Greek term for her, rather than Venus, which is the Roman. And the idea of the gods and goddesses did originally come from Greek culture, and then the Romans, which were very mighty martial force, overthrew everybody and, stole everybody's culture. So yeah, that's how that played out. Yeah, I'm glad they are referring to her in the Greek name. I'll leave you on that note. Okay, so this is a wonderful box. I highly recommend getting it if you are not already, and I am over the moon about my new little item here. It's so pretty. Oh, it's pretty in the box too. Wow. Okay. Happy New Year.